Hi, this is Zak Mir with the US Chartbreakers here at Zak's Traders Cafe for Thursday, the 28th of September. Starting off with the S&P, which I have to say, even after the recent losses, is not looking much better, let's say. We've got the 200-day moving average there at 41.90. We broke neckline support, 43.30, and now we're between those two levels. And not really a hint, apart from this market being on the oversold side, the RSI near 30, that there'll be a lasting rebound. On to the stocks, and starting off with Aspen, and here, beautiful push through the 50-day moving average earlier in the week, and then closing above the 200-day line at $8.20 yesterday. The view now is that the longer we stay above the 200-day line, the greater the chance of a move towards $10, perhaps as soon as the end of next month, or even sooner within that rising trend channel base that we've had in place since back in March. Moving along to the next contender, and here we've got Alpha Tau, and here we've got a broadening triangle, and the bounce off that broadening triangle from back in June. The floor there around $2.90, and really looking for an end-of-day close through the 50 and 200-day moving averages at $3.60. Hopefully today to take us up towards the top of that triangle at $5.80, ideally by the end of next month. Moving on to Acasti, which we looked at earlier in the week and is making good progress. Unfull gap to the upside, bear trap gap reversal on Tuesday, and the situation now is that above the 50-day line at $2.20 or so, we're looking for the top of that broadening triangle, $3.15 by the end of next month, or the way things are going. Obviously, it looks as though it could be much sooner. Moving along to another bullish contender, and we've got Allakos here. Here the picture, a decent one in the sense we've broken out of this falling wedge, unfilled gap to the upside, bullish divergence as well, so lower lows for latter part of September, but RSI staying actually on the upward trajectory. The view now is at above $2.20, and that broken August resistance line we could head up to as high as the 50-day line there at $3.50 by the end of next month. Next situation is Biohaven, which has been basically recovering within a island reversal. Rising trend channel there from back in October last year, in fact this time last year. Floor of that channel at $16.50, but the key here is that we've broken back above the the August peak there, around $21.60, above that on an end-of-day close basis, looking for as high as $28 by the end of next month. Interesting situation coming up now in terms of being a bullish contender. Here we've got Fitlife, and the reason for the interest here is that basically you have a relatively illiquid stock, but the pattern there is in place. Rising trend channel from June last year. We've broken above the 200-day line at $17. Above that, looking for up to $22 by the end of next month within that 2022 rising trend channel. Next situation is one that is called Helius Medical, and here we've got a rising trend channel base. We've broken just back above the 50-day moving average, blue line there at $8.70. Above that, initially obviously retesting the $12 plus area, which is post-June resistance, but looking for up to $17 by the end of next month if we have a decent break through the 50 and 200-day lines over the next few sessions. On to another winner, which is, we've given quite a lot of coverage to this one actually. This is it's been looking good almost from the start. Vyne Medical International, and here we've had the initial target here up to $18.20, which is the top of that rising trend channel, but then the upper parallel promising as high as $25 plus by the end of next month, while we remain above the $17 area, which is basically old resistance and new support for this stock, new notional support obviously. Next up is Lixte, and here more difficult situation perhaps, but we're in a falling wedge, and hopefully we've bounced off the floor in a meaningful and lasting way. Initial target here up to the top, that resistance line there from April at $3.10, while we remain above recent support in the $2 area. Decent contender coming up next, which is Ramaco, and here unfull gap to the upside through the old June resistance, and the view here is that while we're above yesterday's support zone, which was around $9.60, looking for up to $12.50 by the end of next month, and hopefully that could even pitch in a bit sooner. But the overall pattern here, the island reversal with a gap down back in August and a gap higher to end September, looking pretty strong. Telos is next, and here, but the chance of a revival, I suppose, with the unfilled gap to the upside off the floor of that falling trend channel from back in May. The floor there around $1.90, and above that we're looking for $2.60 over the next 2 to 3 weeks. Ideally, we have a quick break back above the 50-day moving average at $2.20 in the meantime. Finishing off with Vyne, and Vyne, another bear trap gap reversal, one of our favorite setups. The old support there from back at the end of July was around the $3.60 area, and above that we're looking for the shares to at least hit that resistance line there from back in May, currently around $5.15, and hopefully we'll see that in the first half of October after that bear trap gap reversal. That's it for me today. More updates tomorrow.